Alright, what's up, folks? This is episode 20 of NWA Podcast. I need to make sure my mic is working.
Why should I bear any hatred towards someone who's obviously weaker than myself? All I feel is pity.
But what up, yo, peeps? So, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is a little different. Ooh. Oh, I kicked the table with my toe, and it is cold, as you guys know. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but you guys can see me a little bit clearer. Because it is going to be a different episode today. As you can see, I am solo dolo. My other partner has something to do. So Elijah's a little busy today. So it'll just be me today for my first ever solo podcast. So bear with me. I'll pretty much just be talking to myself, I guess. But at least I have some ideas or some things I wanted to talk about anyway. So maybe it'd be good for me to just rant to myself. I can question myself and do separate conversations to myself. But yeah, I have a little helper here off screen. Oh, I can't stick my arm out, as you guys see. But I did buy a green screen. I kind of wanted to try it out today for a different kind of podcast we were planning to do before I did the solo one. So I usually play Guess What's in the Background, but I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what's behind the background. If you guys don't know, then too bad. I'll talk about this show later. But there was a little bit of news that I wanted to talk about last week, and I really didn't get a chance to. But I don't know if you guys care, but Log Horizon is actually getting a third season. God, this is so bright. It's getting a third season now, which I'm kind of excited for. Season 2 was pretty bad compared to season 1. For those who don't know what Log Horizon is, it's basically Sword Art Online, but a little bit more realistic. So for Log Horizon, they all get trapped in the game, but they slowly realize that they're going to be stuck there forever. So they decide to figure out society. So they have to figure out how they're going to get food and make a government. So it's kind of cool. The first season was good because there was a lot of character building and a nice little plot. But season 2 just had terrible pacing. It would be like a really good fight scene, and then the very next episode would be some kind of weird filler and back in town or some festival. And tons of side stories that just don't matter, and too many characters in season 2. I don't know. Log Horizon is a pretty good alternative to Sal if you don't like where Sal's going right now, but Alicization coming back, I think summer or fall, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully that'll be good. That'll be cool. I need to finish the second season. That's how bad it was. I really couldn't get through most of the second season. But speaking of second seasons, I kind of want to talk to Elijah about this, but he's not here. So, but I just started season 2 of Bungo Stray Dogs. That was pretty interesting. If you guys have seen that, or at least the first season, the second season starts off a little bit weird. It's like a nice little prequel for the first 3 episodes or such. They kind of tell the backstory of one of the main characters. But I had some questions for him, but I guess we're not going to get those answered. Let's see what else is going on in this anime world. Let's talk about some things I watched last week. So, hopefully you guys have watched Black Clover, the season finale of it, because the season finale was insane for Black Clover. Tons of action. We got to see, not only did we get to see the first Magic King in his first battle against the demon, we also got to see Yuno and Asta just go crazy in that. If you guys want a little sneak peek of that fight, go ahead and look on my Instagram. I put together the final part of it, but the thing is insane. They've been doing a weird job animating it, but I kind of like the cut between black and white and color. I thought that was pretty cool. It seems to be working out pretty well too. So yeah, I mean, definitely check that out. It's a season finale. I was trying to see if I could figure out when season 4 was going to come out, but I couldn't find anything on it. I think it's just too soon. Season 3 literally just ended last week. Um, but I can tell you, as a manga reader and other manga readers out there, can let you know that if you thought this past few seasons of Black Clover were good, man, it has gone crazy right now in this next arc. And I kind of wish that it didn't end here. There's a couple episodes that are going to come out for season 4, and I don't think they're going to be good ways to start a season. But I guess we'll just figure it out when it comes in. Oh man, I'm trying to figure out like some way to like slow down. But I don't really have another person to talk to. What I felt like I should have did was like watch other people's podcasts that are just like solo, and figure out like how they're able to pace themselves. Maybe if I talk this slow. No, no, that'd be I wouldn't have anyone watching. Um, let's see what else do I watch. So I was kind of excited for a little bit that Boruto was back to canon. It has been on filler. Yeah, it's been on filler for the last. I mean, I don't know, it's forever. Um, but it's finally back to canon episodes. It's unfortunately it's not where I wanted it to be. It is currently on the prison arc. Boruto and Mitsuki are posing as prisoners to try to be a bodyguard for this like this gang member informant who they're pretty much trying to protect. And in exchange for protection, when he gets out, he'll tell them everything about the gang. But things aren't going so well right now. But I don't know. Maybe it'll get better. I don't remember this arc so much reading it. I know it's from the manga, but I can't recall it. It might have been just something I like streamed right through it. But at least with this being canon and then back onto like actual main arcs now, maybe it'll be quicker so we can get to Kawaki. Because honestly, I'm tired of the direction Boruto is getting to. I understand that it's not. I guess it's not made for like my generation. That Boruto is gonna stay for kids, the same way Naruto stayed for kids. But I still think if you rewatch Naruto now, you probably like it a lot better than Boruto is currently. It might just be because we're better kids back then than the kids are now. Um, but I don't know, man. I don't have a lot of faith in Boruto right now. I don't really know the direction they're going, especially with all these filler arcs that they decided to put together. The Family Day one was cool though. It was cool to see Sasuke kind of awkwardly trying to be a dad. I guess that was just cool to see as like a fan of the show, but it wasn't fun to see after waiting a week for a new episode. That wasn't fun at all. Um, I took a dive into. I thought it was called ID Invaded, but I guess it's called id Invaded, which is kind of hard to say, but essentially it's like another version of Psychopaths without as much violence as Psychopaths, because Psychopaths is really violent. But I feel like with id Invaded, it's more psychological. They deal a lot with psychology, of course, since id, the psychology, and id and super ego. So it deals with a lot of that. And the one thing I do like about it is very smart. Like it does bring up a lot of terminology from like psychology and stuff, but it don't explain themselves. And I kind of like it when shows and movies don't explain themselves and just let the viewers either look it up and try to figure it out what it means, or if they're already well versed in psychology, they would know a lot of these terms. But I'm about like 3 episodes in, and yeah, I'm kind of hooked. It's kind of interesting. Um, they have something called the well, which is almost like the Sybil system in Psychopaths, but essentially they have a detective dive into the well, which is pretty much hooked up to like a Matrix type thing. because it looks like a Matrix too when they go in, a whole bunch of like numbers and stuff fly at them. Um, so it kind of looks like the Matrix when you're plugged in, but essentially he goes into other people's id right before the super ego, and they're pretty much seeing all the manifestations of like the killers and stuff. There's a detective inside of that well trying to solve the crime from the inside, and there's like a team of analysts who watch and try to pull clues from the well. And it's kind of cool because the first episode, you just think the detective is like a detective. And because every time you dive into the well, you also forget everything, right? So I think right now it's his daughter that he always sees, no matter what well he dives in, and that kind of helps him remind himself who he is. But in the wells, he thinks he's the like a great detective. But in order to be compatible with the well, you have to already kill somebody. You got to already have a murderous intent in order to go through the well. So I think at the end of the second season, we find out that he's actually just a prisoner. That I guess have some kind of deal that allows him to help the cops out. We don't know much more about him yet. It is interesting. I do kind of recommend at least diving into it a little bit and check it out. If you guys like Psychopaths, definitely check out It Invaded. Um, it was kind of worth it. I like it. The art is really good though. I like the way the characters are drawn. I need to remember that I can look stuff up and you guys can see it. It Invaded. Oh, that's how I'll slow down. I'll like type stuff. That's so smart. Who thought of that? I thought of that. All right. So here is the wrong window. What are we looking for? Id Invaded. All right. So this is in Invaded. So this is the main character. This guy. This guy. I wish his name was on here somewhere. I guess you can't see him, but if I like move, no, guys, I'm still kind of new to this green screen. I'm gonna figure out how it works. Maybe if I zoom in, I don't know, but that's him. That's the great detective. He looks kind of cool there. He is pretty cool. This was a cool villain. This guy right here. This is one of the episodes I just finished. Well, I guess you can only see this hole right here. This hole was a drill that he drilled into his own head, and I guess because he drilled himself in the head and was able to survive, and now he thinks he can like think clear, and everything feels breezy to him. I think is the term he used. So what he did was kidnap a bunch of people and like drill holes in their head to see if you can get them to feel the same. Obviously, it didn't work. They all just died eventually. But it was pretty cool. There was like a whole psychological thing behind why he was drilling people in the head. I'm not saying he justified it, but he had his reasons. So that was, I mean, that's pretty cool. I just realized the last window I closed right here. Oh man, I thought I closed this. So that was cool. Besides that, the only other thing I'm watching this season is Darwin's Game, and so I'm up to date on that. That's all right. It's one of those to where I want it to be good because nothing else in the season is good. Um, but it's just okay at this point. As much as I don't really like what's it called, Future Diary that much, I still think Future Diary is a better anime than a better show than Darwin's Game. At this point, I mean, it could get better. We never really know. We're only what 5 episodes in, so a lot has happened in 5 episodes, and they just keep introducing new characters, which I guess they didn't learn from Fire Force that you can lose a lot of people by introducing too many people. Like we just got like 2 new team members and now like another new player who's trying to kill people, and it's just like too soon, guys. Um, but I'm gonna keep watching it just because nothing else is really good. So the only thing I've been watching from the season is what Darwin's Game, and I just started It Invaded. I can't really. I don't really like anything else. Uh, I fell off of the other one. Um, Live chart. I fell off of Inspectra. I don't know. I just didn't feel like watching it anymore. It didn't really. It was cool. It was cute, I guess, but the mysteries that she was solving weren't interesting to me at all. Uh, Same with. Well, I guess I didn't watch the fifth episode of Plunderer yet. But Plunderer, like I said last week, if you guys were watching last week, Plunderer, man, is basically just 20. How long is it? 23 minutes. It's just 23 minutes of just sexual harassment and just really dirty jokes, which I guess would be funny if it was if it didn't have like fight scenes and stuff in it. Like the fight scenes are really good. This last episode is supposed to be pretty action packed too with a new character, but they're falling into the same thing. They're just introducing too many new characters, and they're not good characters. I guess they're calling themselves an Ichi show, which I guess is kind of right. Ichi comedy action adventure. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that gets a little better. Uh, how much is left over from Seven Deadly Sins before we get it on Netflix, guys? I'm hoping that maybe Netflix will redo the animation, which I know they won't, but I just hope they clean stuff up. It's been really upsetting reading everything about what's been going on with the Seven Deadly Sins anime because that manga is over. This is done. This is the last season. There is after this, guys. There's nothing after that. So if you don't like this season, too bad. Go watch the movie they put out. The movie wasn't canon, but it was pretty good. Yeah, cool little ending to it. Uh, but yeah, I mean, kind of wish I had a bunch of different things to talk about, but I really don't. I'm gonna talk to myself about this topic. So originally we were supposed to do. It's coming close to Valentine's Day, guys. Like my mic? It's red, just like my shirt. And everything else in my life. Who am I? Feel like I need another color. Should we put another color on this mic? This thing is way too red. What color can I use? What color should I use? I gotta. They're all yours. Check this out, guys. So I bought all these, right? Oh, well, I guess you're not gonna be able to see them because of the green screen. Especially this. It looks white, so it's green. But I got a bunch of these little like pop filters, right? And there's a bunch of them. There's literally three mics in this house. I have this one, and I have two other ones for various other projects that are coming up. And one mic is for my girlfriend, yet she is claiming six pop filters. There aren't six mics here, guys. She doesn't even use a mic yet for anything. But maybe blue, huh? Is that fine? Is blue? I can't use blue.
Go ahead.
Look, I can't. It would just make it look like I'm talking into a building. Oh, see that. I don't know how other people with green screens can even operate. I mean, like every color I put up is all right. I guess red it is. Oh well, got a little sidetracked there. What are we talking about? Yeah. This would be a fun episode, guys. I hope you guys eventually join in if anyone's watching. But I do want to talk about an issue I'm starting to see in new shows and old shows, I guess, but it's some in new shows. So I was trying to dive into some other winter stuff and some fall stuff. So I was diving into Grand Blue Fantasy. I'm not even sure if that's even the right name. Grand. Here, you guys can look with me. Grand Blue. I think it's Grand Blue Fantasy. Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy. So I guess originally it was a game. I don't know if it was like a visual novel game. Um, but yeah, because I mean it's called Grand Blue Fantasy the animation. So I'm guessing that because it has the word the animation in it, it was a game beforehand. But it got a second season, so I thought, all right, it got a second season. I should at least give it a chance. Man, I got like 3 or 4 episodes in, and I just did not like it. There was nothing really wrong with it. It just wasn't good. And then it made me realize that. So afterwards, what made me realize that is that I went back to watch Radiant because I didn't finish the first season, and it got cleared for a second season. So I thought, all right, well, let's check out Radiant. Man, that thing isn't good either. And that's when I started realizing I think there's an issue going on with shonens right now where it seems to be too cookie cutter. Like if I told you the premise of Grand Blue and I kept it as generic as possible, you guys probably couldn't even guess which anime I'm watching because it just sounds the same as Radiant. It's all about a young kid who wants to be strong, who isn't strong, who trains to be stronger, and goes on a crazy adventure and meets new characters and runs into mighty foes. I mean, that's every shonen out there, and I guess that's fine. I guess for like the kids, because that's what shonens are supposed to be for. It's supposed to be uh, for like young boys. I guess that's fine, and I guess I should be watching. What's the teen one? It's supposed to be like a little bit darker. I think it's like soju. Soju. I can go for some soju, but that's not what I'm talking about. Shonen. I can't remember, but I guess I should be watching more of that. But I really wanted. So the crazy thing about Radiant too is that I wanted to be good because I kept reading on Reddit and stuff how Radiant has a really good manga and it's like completely different than anime, which sucks. I hate when shows do that when they get the source material and they still mess up somehow. But apparently, like so in the anime, the main character Seth, terrible name by the way for a character. Um, he's like this happy go kid and smiles all the time and laughs and super positive. But apparently in the manga, he doesn't smile that much. He's usually a lot madder than he is in the anime. So I guess it takes like a little bit darker of a turn, which maybe I'll start reading it. Um, I just have so much other stuff to read. I'm still trying to get through Kimetsu no Yaba with the movie coming out. Um, so I'm trying to read that, but it's just taking me so long. But I mean that's the problem I'm having with Grand Blue and Radiant, and what else is out there? Um, I mean, yeah, I'm looking at this list. I wanted to start Sorceress Orphan. I think I was gonna watch that today, but what did I watch instead today? What did I watch? I can only remember what I watched today. I watched something good though. Or maybe I guess not that good. I did try to watch another episode of Welcome to Demon School, Aruma-kun. I actually think I might continue to watch that. I think I watched the first 2 episodes with my girlfriend, and we weren't impressed. We're not impressed. Not impressed. I kept going, and I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be one of those good animes to watch when I don't have anything else to watch, which is I think that's how I'm gonna treat it. I think I'm just gonna watch it when I don't have anything else to watch because it's funny, I guess. The animation's cool, so maybe I'll check that out. I keep hearing high praises for Somali and the Forest Spirit, but I don't think I'm ever gonna watch that. I keep watching clips of it, and I just can't get behind. I just can't get behind this. It has a really high rating everywhere though, but no, I just can't. I can't get behind that. I do plan on continuing to watch Haiku. I heard this season that they're on right now is insane for volleyball anime. So I'm gonna get back into that. I'm not too far behind from it. I thought I was up to date on the anime, and I realized I think I'm a whole season behind right now. So whatever season they're on now, I'm one behind, which I guess is fine. It does have some really intense moments in it, which are cool. I think people don't. I think people underestimate volleyball so much because it's not a glamorous sport, but it's so fast that I think it makes it perfect for sports anime. Not too many other sports really work for anime. Basketball has been tried over and over again, um, and I mean, there's not much more you can do than Kuriko's basketball. The Ahia no Soma, I don't think I've watched so much of it. I try to get into it, but I think when it comes to a sports anime, people want to see sports, and I think with Ahia no Soma, I think it was just too much slice of life in it. Which again, it was just fine if you're into slice of life animes. It's not really my cup of tea. My slice of life is already enough. I don't need to experience life when I'm trying to escape life. You know? You know? It is really hard to do this without talking to somebody. I can't put my hand too far, else it just like disappears. So I have a point like this, but I do have somebody here. But she won't talk to me. Yeah, that's all. She'll just laugh. Ha 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 ha. All right. So I think I'm gonna try to dive into this infinite dendrogram. Maybe if I watch it, I don't know how to pronounce that. But this one right here, folks. I'm gonna give this one a shot. Both, not both free. Go away, both free. Oh, it's on this side right here. This one. Infinite dendrogram. Dendrogram. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it is another full dive into a VR MMO, just like Sal and Log Horizon and Hack Sign. It's like all of them. Uh, but I guess it's gotten some good reviews. I'm looking at a bad rating right now, but I read a review for the latest episode, and it looks cool. I mean, it's only going to be 13 episodes, so that's a lot easier to watch than like a 23 or 24 episode season. Which hopefully means that if it's 13 episodes, hopefully it gets through some stuff pretty quick. It's based off a light novel, so I guess there won't be too much source material to go through. But I mean, that should be cool. Let's slow down for a little bit. We're just gonna talk about some other stuff. I have a few more things I wanted to talk about, but a lot of these I can just fly through. Some of these aren't even that important. I just wrote it on here because I thought it was funny, and I feel like I should at least mention it. But interspecies reviewers got removed from Funimation. For anyone who's seen it, I haven't seen it. Just because I read the premise and it didn't really sound like anything I wanted to watch. Uh, but it got taken off of Funimation because they're saying it was like borderline hentai. Like, so I guess apparently it's about like some people who go to like a brothel and I don't know, they review brothels, I think. I don't know, man. It was just, yeah, it got taken off of Funimation because I guess for some reason when Funimation picked it up, they didn't read too much into what the show was, and it came out, and people were like, "Oh, this is pretty much hentai," and Funimation quickly took it down. I think it got taken off of other things too. I don't even remember seeing it on Crunchyroll to begin with. I think Funimation is the one who just picked up the license. And it probably picked it up because nobody else wanted it, and they just picked it up anyway. But it's weird too because you start getting on Reddit and stuff, which by the way, there's a lot of gross people on Reddit because there's a lot of people who like apparently really like the show. I don't know for what reasons. I don't really care. Um, I'm never gonna watch it. Apparently, the only way to watch it is like through legal sites. I don't even think Kiss Anime has it. Which, by the way, God, I wish I had Elijah here. But Kiss Anime, I had to use Kiss Anime the other day because I couldn't find a show on any streaming service, and so I ended up finding it on Funimation. I guess I was just typing it wrong on Funimation, but I was looking for something, so I watched the first couple episodes on Kiss Anime, and then Kiss Anime asked me if I wanted to like create a login and then like pay for a premium service, and I was like, I didn't even know Kiss Anime had a premium service, and I was like looking into it, not because I was interested in signing up, but because I was interested in why Kiss Anime now has a premium service. So I guess it's working the same way as like Crunchyroll, Funimation, VRV, where you pretty much pay to get no ads and HD, which I mean, if I'm getting very minimal ads anyway on Kiss Anime, which I think is just one ad before and one after, which I mean, no one really cares about after, but I guess you get one before and then standard definition. But if you're on Kiss Anime, you're most likely watching it on your phone, and I don't think high def really matters that much when you're watching a show on like a small 10-inch screen, you know. Um, so yeah, interspecies reviewers, huh? That's a weird idea for a show. What's the deal when airplane fold? Huh? Look at memes. I don't know. I mean, I have some other stuff to talk. Meme review. God, this is going a little off topic, but you never really understand how much you miss PewDiePie until PewDiePie is gone. There was literally, I would say, an 8-year gap, 6-year gap where I didn't watch any PewDiePie videos. And all of a sudden this year, me and my girlfriend got really into him, and we were watching him faithfully. Then he takes a break. First, he faked the break. Then he actually took a break, and then the break was real. So that sucks.
So we're here to take over me review.
So we're here to take over me review. Oh man, that'd have been great. I wish I would have planned for that, because that'd have been great to like segue into it, and then just start reviewing memes by myself, anime memes. Which most anime memes anyway are either making weird couples or angry Bakugo, which is our favorite ones. Always. I need to watch that new My Hero tonight. I didn't get to watch the new one. I saw last week's. Last week's was cool. This is it's for the kids. Okay. This will be interesting. I think this week's was supposed to be Gentle Criminal, or maybe next week is Gentle Criminal, but they just released his picture. All right, guys, I need to talk about this for a little bit.
Wait, I thought that we watched them fight the kids already.
No, we watched.
We got up to they were about to fight, and
And then
now it's gonna be the rest.
no, what did Bakugo do with the kids? No, they're about to fight right now.
Yeah, that's what the episode we're about to watch.
Okay, so we're about to watch them fight. So then next week will be Gentle Criminal.
Yeah.
All right, so next week's will be Gentle Criminal. But they did release what he looked like, and I need to show you guys. I need to show you guys some things. Okay, so first I'm gonna show you guys like this picture, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can make it bigger.
It's like a baby
All right, so maybe if I just but you can see that. All right, so this is a bad idea. How do I turn myself off? There we go. All right, guys. So you see the guy on the left and the weird Harley Quinn girl there, right? All right, so that's Gentle Criminal on the left, and that's I can't remember her name on the right. All right, so the crazy. Yeah, something like that. So the crazy part, right, is that what he looked like in the manga. And then they released what he was going to look like in real life. And y'all, why Yeah, this is the one. All right, so this is how he looked in the manga. This is how he looks. That's how he's gonna look in anime. Tell me why you would think, looking at this picture, that this guy would have yellow hair. Right? You look at this picture and you think, all right, he's wearing a black suit, a scarf, and he probably has like gold hair or something. No, he has white hair. I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't see. I know we don't talk about manga so much, but I don't have anything else to talk about. So we're gonna talk about Gentle Criminal and why he has gray hair, which I guess it makes sense because he's supposed to be like a gentleman, like an old gentleman, right? I guess that's where
No
gentle
way.
comes from.
If you Google him, someone painted him as a blonde. Do you
See, someone even painted him as a blonde. So it's just, I mean,
okay.
when we look at this, right?
Is he an
Where's
old
the?
man? Because then she's a child. That's creepier.
Well, I don't think there's like they're in love or anything, are they?
Well, I mean, she's like, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, we can't.
I don't.
We didn't spoil it. But look, I mean, that's not like a loving. I don't know, man. I just don't.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
But anyway, Gentle Criminal is coming up. You guys are gonna watch it. It does sound like I'm hyping this up, but it's not gonna be all that, guys. This is just gonna be a breeze through, and then we get to the guitar, which they added. So I thought they animated that, which is why it was all over Instagram, like all over IG, all over Reddit. People were talking about how they finally, what is her name? How do you even look her up? Too bad there's no one out there who can help me right now. Jiro. So Jiro got animated, and everyone was posting it on Reddit. Her playing the guitar and stuff. If you guys don't know who she is this girl.
Yeah, you're right.
This girl. All right. So this girl got animated and was all over Instagram and was all over Reddit. And I thought that's where we are in anime. Turns out it was just a new opening sequence. We don't see it because we skipped the opening sequence. I only saw it because an anime page that I follow posted the new opening sequence, and I was like, all right, I'll watch it. I'm in a place with no reception. This is the only video loading on Instagram. I guess I'll watch it. And I watched it, and that's where they animated her. They animated her in the opening sequence. So we're getting to her arc where you get to see why she's playing guitar. I mean, that's all I can say. I will say, though, if you guys aren't excited by that, we do get to see Bakugo on the drums. So that should be dope. My guy. That'll be cool. But as much crap as I talk about My Hero, this is mostly the reason why. Is this new arc that's coming up with Gentle Criminal. You'll see how not good this arc is compared to the previous arc. Even the overhaul arc was a lot better than what's coming up for Gentle Criminal. Because once Gentle Criminal is over, we get some info on Endeavor, which is about all I can say. We get some good Endeavor news, and then we finally get to see the rest of Class A back in action. Class 1A back in action. We get to see my guy Bakugo crazy on Class 1AB, 1B, Class 1B. But speaking of, I didn't write it on here. But speaking of My Hero, I know you guys heard My Hero got in trouble, but creator already apologized for it. Won't dive too deep into it. I had to figure out exactly what the controversy was because the name didn't ring a bell because I'm American, but apparently the name that they use, Maruda Shiga, apparently, so Maruda means like fat and round in Japanese. And then the way they got Shiga is because the doctor wanted to give praise to Shigagaki, to Tomura, and decided to take half his name. The only problem is that apparently Maruda Shiga is also that name combination rings a bell with like the Chinese and Japanese because I guess there was like some experimentations done, and I guess they were calling Japanese people Marudas for like log, I guess, pretty much, as like test subjects. So they got really like brought up some bad like feelings with people. It'll be equivalent of like naming somebody Hitler, and you'd be like, oh, I just thought because he likes hitting stuff. Like, no, that's not gonna work. But he issued apologies, so apparently they're gonna change it in the manga moving forward. I guess I don't think I guess they can't. They can't go back and fix it. I mean, Prince already made. Shonen Jump is already out, which is weird too because not only did My Hero creator, I can't remember his name. Anybody know? Horikoshi. Horikoshi already issued an apology. What was I even talking about? What did I say? I don't even remember what I was talking about. Well, I know what I was talking about, but I forgot what my train of thought was. My train just ended. But, that's what I was saying. Not only did Horikoshi not do his research, but like whoever's editing Shonen Jump didn't even do the research. Because they have to release it to Shonen Jump, and of course it has to clear Shonen Jump censors. So whoever is part of that censorship team and their legal team did a terrible job, or they just wanted somebody to get fired. But no one got fired. My Hero didn't get canceled. How funny would I have been if My Hero got canceled? Oh man, that'd have been a thing. Oh man, oh man.
I think it would have been canceled here.
You don't think it'd been canceled? Well, it so because of this, it got canceled in China.
Well, everything's canceled.
Everything is canceled. China is canceled in China. You go into China, you can't get out because it's canceled.
What? No, that doesn't make any sense.
I know. I just didn't want to talk about the coronavirus.
No, why'd you bring it up?
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, but My Hero got canceled in China. Oh, and I was also upset because of this. China is thinking about canceling the My Hero mobile game because I guess they were using a Chinese developer for that game, which sucks because I saw like the first little thing on it and it looked a lot better than whatever the PS4 games coming out, the 2.5D fighters, or I guess it's a 3D fighter. I don't like those. Heroes, My Hero. I can't remember what it's called. Somebody tell me below because I'm not going to look it up because I have no intentions of ever playing that game. But yeah, that sucks. I don't think they would have been canceled. Well, if they got canceled, they wouldn't even animate it anymore in Japan. Right? Yeah, I mean, because if Japan's not going to watch it.
Pick it up here, make it crap.
Yeah, that would be the problem. Like, Nickelodeon will pick it up or DreamWorks will pick it up and it'd be terrible. Yeah, there it is. Netflix will pick it up and it'd become a CG and it'd just be awful. 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 Awful, awful, awful. I was surprised. Oh, so, yeah, I was surprised about the news on Kaminari and Iron Fortress, which is like an anime that I just recently watched. Apparently, Elijah told me to watch this a long time ago. I don't think he really did, or else I would have watched it. But I watched the Amazon Prime one, which is the first one. Really good. Netflix one was okay, and I haven't watched the movie yet because I didn't finish the Netflix one. But apparently they're putting out 2 movies for Kabanari of the Iron Fortress so people can get caught up faster. And they're also throwing in extra scenes, kind of like what they're doing for ReZero. But ReZero is just getting like hour-long episodes, which are pretty much covering 2 episodes at a time with like some filler in between. So I'm waiting for that to pretty much finish, and I'm just gonna binge that because I haven't seen ReZero. It was recommended to me by a friend, by a homie, by my girlfriend's coworker. Shout out Nico for that recommendation.
Shout out all the time.
Nico always gets a shout out. Nico will never not get a shout out. But yeah, because that's a good show that he recommended to me. He did give me some, a little bit of warning about the ending, which is fine. I've watched tons of shows with terrible endings. I can't think of any on the top of the head, but that doesn't mean I haven't watched them. But Kabanari, Definitely watch that, guys. That one's really good. They're getting 2 movies to kind of catch people up for, I think, the new movie that's coming out. So that'd be cool. I got this. I saw a sneak peek of it last week, and I didn't really read too much into it. But Funimation just got the exclusive rights to Paranoia Agent, which is definitely something I've been trying to watch. And that's actually what I was trying to watch on Kiss Anime because I couldn't find it anywhere. But apparently, I was just spelling Paranoia wrong. But I'm gonna start watching that. So for those who don't know what that is, it's pretty much about this character named Lil Slugger, who randomly goes around and beats people up, like randomly. And there's like some detectives and cops trying to figure out why this person is beating people up, but no one can really remember what his face looks like or anything. But then you soon find out that everyone he's like beating up, their life has improved in some kind of way because of the beatdown. So that'll be cool to watch. It's supposed to be a nice little psychological anime. If you guys haven't seen it, it's an old one. It's just one that I haven't watched before. But as I'm trying to get into different stuff outside of shonens and what else do I watch? Isekais. Besides watching those, I've been trying to step outside my box, like I did with It Invaded, which paid off. Some haven't paid off, but that's a good one. I'll probably watch that. I'll let you guys know how that goes. What else we got?
My Little Monster. I'm just kidding.
So
No.
So I've been trying to get my girlfriend to watch some more stuff, right? We're gonna give her a name because she's a person, not just my girlfriend.
No.
So Kaylina, K, love K, K, K. Forget I said Kaylina. That's not a person. K.
That's not a person. His girlfriend isn't real.
That's just the whole time it's been my shirt talking. That's actually Toga talking this whole time.
It's just been the voice in my head.
It's been the voice in my head. I actually have voiceovers, guys. I'm working in the background behind this building. I'm a ventriloquist. Yeah. But she's been trying to watch a little bit more anime, but she's still kind of staying in her lane of stuff watching. So what was the first one called? Love Chibiusu.
Oh no, Chibi Husu isn't.
Oh, that's the Sailor Moon character.
No, that's not the Sailor Moon character.
Oh. But she was watching that. Maid Sama she liked. My Little Monster she really likes. What's the one we were watching together? Toradora. So I think I mentioned this last week about Toradora. That one's cute. I like it. I like the little angry girl. It reminds me of somebody.
First of all, I'm not just staying. I'm ignoring that, but I'm not just staying in my lane. I like Food Wars.
Yeah, Food Wars.
Cool. Those are all so different from each other.
They are, but that's the only thing you watch in those categories, though.
One Punch Man.
Well, One Punch Man is a comedy. Maid Sama is a comedy, so you're still in the comedy lane.
Ghoul isn't a comedy.
Tokyo Ghoul is a tragedy, but that's the only tragedy you watch. What else do we watch? If you guys have any recommendations for
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty,
Not even
she is all. Let's just say she's all over the place. She's someone who can watch Maid Sama one day, Food Wars one day, and then hop on Netflix and watch You. Like
oh my
she's.
gosh, he was so good.
But I don't watch You. I don't watch anything with real people anymore. Although she has been begging me to watch it because it's supposed to be that good. Which is what the rest of my Facebook and Instagram people say too. They say it's really been that good.
I liked Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, for as much as we've seen, we've literally watched like a fifth of it. We've gotten to like 2 arcs in Hunter x Hunter. We went through the Hunter's exam, and then we went through the Tower arc.
Dragon Ball.
That's it. Dragon Ball.
Baseball.
OG.
I'm just kidding.
Base.
Just kidding. I've never even seen that one. Pokemon.
You don't like Pokemon.
I like the old school Pokemon.
No, you just like Vulpix
And Squirtle.
and Squirtle.
I watched old school Pokemon. That was the only thing that was on
Okay.
WB.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Comment guys below if you guys want to see her on a podcast one day. Besides just being a background voice, she's funny.
Alright.
She's all right. I was just trying to be a little more positive.
I don't want to outshine.
Outshine me, okay.
What else?
Yeah, I've literally gone through all my notes. I wish my usual peeps were here, but there's no Rio. Oh, I didn't follow us on Facebook. Were they Facebook friends, Spence? I don't know who they are.
Your random fact of the day.
Oh, I forgot it. It was random fact of the day, guys. We're gonna make this a thing. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, should be a cool little intro right now. If you're watching on Twitch, I look really stupid just then. But it'll look really cool once I upload this on YouTube. But so we're gonna go with random fact of the day 1. Sailor Moon was actually almost bought out by Nickelodeon, and they were gonna continue it instead of.
Wait a minute. Let's rewind that. Not Nickelodeon. What is your obsession with Nickelodeon?
I thought you said Nickelodeon.
Disney.
Oh, Disney. That's even worse. Rewind.
She was almost a Disney princess.
Rewind. I'm still rewinding. Random fact of the day 1. Sailor Moon was almost picked up by Disney, which would have made Sailor Moon a Disney princess. That would have changed the game. But it also probably would have ruined the show. Because you probably would have saw what happened to that new Powerpuff Girl. That was really bad, wasn't it? It's Cartoon Network. But it's still really bad. You know what I mean. Rewind again. Rewind. What's something Nickelodeon redid? I don't know. Maybe they would have did a good job. Because they did.
Samurai Jack.
Oh, but Samurai Jack's really good. Oh, so maybe Nickelodeon.
It has nothing to do with Nickelodeon.
Wait, we're not talking about Nickelodeon.
No, you're the one who keeps bringing
We're talking
Nickelodeon.
about Disney.
So Disney was gonna purchase Sailor Moon to make a feature film, but the creator said no.
A feature film, but the creator said no. Disney. It would have been interesting to see Disney make Sailor Moon.
It would have been like.
It would have looked different though.
Too cutesy.
Yeah, they would have to make a movie and still have some of the artists, some of the original artists.
Crystal is so bad.
Yeah, they definitely. I haven't seen any of Crystal. It's not animated bad though, isn't it? It's the same, pretty much the same animation style.
No, they're so like skinny.
Oh.
They look like sticks.
Oh, really? That's too bad. I don't like when animes do that. It happened with you didn't get to see any of this because you weren't watching Dragon Ball Super yet. But Dragon Ball Super had like a couple months to where they just like didn't care who was animating it. So Dragon Ball Super had a moment where every episode was designed by a different staff, like by a different team, which has always been a Dragon Ball thing, which is why you watch some episodes and Goku looks a certain way and he looks different in a different episode. But they got really bad for a few months to where like I need to it's so bad I just need to show you guys. I have a lot of tabs open. Weird pet peeve of mine is all these tabs.
Not love.
Oh, La Brava.
Right?
Does it say it here? Oh, I thought you saw it.
No. But it's not love.
You distracted me though. What was I just talking about?
We're looking up Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Super. Man, what you guys don't know is I have a really bad memory. I have a really bad English. I have a really bad English problem, guys, where I try to talk and words are just like, not today, PJ. And I'm like, dang, that sucks. Bad art. Apparently, I have looked this up before.
Ew, look at the third one and the second.
This one?
No, the second row.
This one?
What's that? You know those pillows you could buy at the flea market when they draw the cartoon characters?
That's what it looks like. That's
like.
what it looks like. Look at this. And this isn't fan art, guys. This is literally what Goku was looking like. Like, that was a real episode. Like, that's how Goku looked.
Pretty sure that looks like someone made that for their screensaver.
No.
Why does it say 914 on there?
Because that was like the time, man. They stopped that. See, look at this.
The heck?
Look at this one. This is the one everyone's like, what?
The heck?
Yeah, dude, there was a moment when they're going through the destruction arc where it was just like Vegeta looking like trash. He blocked it. Look at that. It was just they just didn't care who was animating it, and it just did not come out looking good.
My question is like, who was like to be more powerful? Let's give him more hair.
Yeah, the crazy part is that before Ultra Instinct came out,
A hedgehog. Sonic.
what
Run
was
Sonic his check.
it was like Super Saiyan. I think 5 is what people were making. Yeah, Super Saiyan 5. Yeah, like you almost kind of wish this is how Goku ended up looking, but like back in the days, people would try to guess what like the Super Saiyans would look like, because everyone just thought
My favorite is
it would get more hair. There's one like ridiculous one where it looks like he's sitting on a what's those big giant beanbags called? One of the Mashai's?
oh the love sack.
Love sacks. It looks like he's laying on a love sack made of hair. I can't remember which Super Saiyan it was. It's Super Saiyan. Let's just keep going. What's 7 look like?
Is this like actual or people just like,
People were just
guessing this?
people were just guessing, because none of these were real, obviously.
That's our favorite moments in anime.
I mean, I already hit the hour mark, but
Dumb things like Bulma when Trunks falls.
so what I
A friggin' child.
that was one of Kay's like favorite moments in Dragon Ball. As much as she says she hates it, she brings it up quite often. There was a scene. There was a scene where, you know what?
It was in the Broly movie.
It was in the Broly movie. I'm pretty sure we could find it. I'm pretty sure I can play this.
You can't tell me that scene is not the most ridiculous thing.
How would I look it up? We go Trunks and Goten Broly movie. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be on YouTube because it wasn't like a significant moment.
No, it's like something you wouldn't even see, but it was like, that's her child, and she was just like, "What does this kid want?" Like, why is she so mean?
Yeah, well, you know, they were the head
And
of.
she's like, he's head of security. He's like 5. He was a 5-year-old child with like monkeys. Wasn't there monkeys there?
Yeah,
In
that's.
that laboratory. And she's being so rude while she's lounging by the pool. Worst mom goes to.
Worst mom goes to Bulma. Is Bulma a bad mom?
All of them are terrible parents.
Chi-Chi's a good mom.
Is she?
For like, if Gohan was gonna be a real person, Chi-Chi would be a good mom, right? She put him to school, made him study. It was like, don't fight. Fighting is bad. Right? That's a good mom. Unfortunately, that's not the world he lives in.
It's just lame.
And she just kind of ruined the character. The funny part though, I'm not gonna buy it or do it or have any kind of association with it, but the new Kakarot game.
Oh yeah. No.
Apparently, what they did in that game was make Goku look like a really, really good father.
Oh, but he's a bad father.
Oh, we know. Everyone knows Goku is a bad father. Goku, bad father.
What did we say about him? When he was like, "Let's fight." Like, chill, bro. You just finished. Go home.
Yeah, that's the problem with Goku. He always wants to smoke. He always wants to fight. But apparently in the game, they made him like take care of Gohan. He went on the guy.
Same people made Jump Force? No.
No,
Looks
no.
the same.
No. It's not the same people who made Jump Force. This was Bandai still. But I'm happy I didn't get it, because even though the early reviews said it was good because it was like filling in gaps, the reviews now aren't very good. The one unfortunate part are people saying the game is called Dragon Ball Kakarot, but you never play as Goku. Because if you guys don't remember, in the animes, Goku is pretty much dead like 40 or 50% of the time. So, and then when he dies in the anime, you at least get to see him go through what's that, Snake Way, I think it was called. You got to see him train with King Kai. Like, we got to see all those things in the anime. We don't get to see those in the game because the game is trying to fill what happened in between, which is why everyone thought it'd be cool. Like, oh, what was going on Earth while Goku was training with King Kai? The only problem is that when it came out, we quickly realized we didn't care. and it wasn't filled with anything. Apparently, there's like a mission where you control Gohan, and you have to go pick carrots or something like that.
What are you farming?
Yeah, Goku's a farmer.
Farmville?
Yeah, but you have to go into town and like get groceries, and like apparently because you like protect all these like store people from like whatever pops up, they allow you to like take carrots from their garden and not call it stealing. Yeah, you do a lot of shopping apparently. And yeah, I was quickly like, no, I'll watch a baseball episode easily.
I'll watch Bulma Play or something all day.
Uh,
Child. Her security child.
but at least we got a new season coming up. They didn't make any announcement. I know people were waiting for that one event to happen, but the event happened and there was like no announcement. So we don't know if it's going to be a movie or a new season. It'll probably be a new season. Maybe they're just waiting for this prison. I'm gonna call it Prison World. What's it called? Prison World.
It's extreme.
I can't remember. But whatever prison arc they're on right now is still going. So maybe they won't animate it until it's done. But I need to hurry. Need to hurry before the world only knows My Hero. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all the world knows.
It's all the world knows right now. Yeah, and Demon Slayer. It's unfortunate that I talk about Demon Slayer like this because as I'm reading it, it's really good. But it's just so overhyped still. And I think the movie is a bad choice. I think the movie is bad because at least when My Hero puts out a movie, it's not canon. Like it doesn't matter. Like you can watch the first My Hero movie and this new one coming out at the end of the month and not really miss anything in the story. But with Demon Slayer's movie, it's a whole arc that they're cramming into hour and a half movie. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fantastic. The art's going to be great, especially since everyone loves that Rui fight. When it gets animated for the movie, the budget will be higher. They can, produce better graphics. So that's going to be phenomenal. Which, by the way, I haven't been able to say that word perfectly in a while. So thank God English is on my side today. But that should be good. You're over here smiling about something and nodding.
What do you mean? I've never heard you struggle with that word.
Phenomenal? I've never said phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Phony.
Phony. No, that's like I can't say.
I just want to say that I also like Death Note. I just want to put it out there.
Oh, that was in my notes. What happened to that? I didn't write that. So I wanted to talk about Death Note because the one shot came out, and I was reading on Reddit where people were saying that they might as well animate the one shot, but I don't think it's worth it. If it's an OVA, it'll probably last like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, if you slow it down somehow. But it was really good, man. If you guys haven't read that one shot, I highly recommend reading it. I thought it was going to take me a little bit longer to read, having it be 87 pages. I thought it would at least take me a full day to where I can cut it in half. But it was either not actually 87 pages or I enjoyed it so much that by the time I got halfway through, I just couldn't stop. And it's completely different. So, like, whatever you guys expect from this new character, you are not getting. It is set in a modern era, and I'm trying not to give away too much, but he pretty much does what people would probably do now with it. I do have to say, though, they did put a cameo in for our POTUS, for our President of the United States, and I think his cameo was funny. I don't think they ever used his name directly. I think they just called him President of America. But the drawing is pretty spot on. They pretty much made him look like Trump. But the way they portrayed him is funny and actually pretty accurate. If the Death Note were to almost fall into Donald Trump's hands, this would definitely be the way he would act. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, today I was supposed to launch some stuff today, but I might have to put a hold on it.
The Oscars were tonight.
Oh, the Oscars are tonight. I don't care about the Oscars. What's gonna win? I think everyone thinks that war movie is gonna win.
That Parasite movie won big.
Oh, I need to watch that. We can talk about the Parasite movie, isn't that? Oh, it's Chinese. I thought it was a Japanese movie for some reason. Right? Parasite was a Chinese movie? I have no idea. But I've heard some good things about Parasite. Not the end. Oh man, if they would have made that a live action of the Parasite anime, that would have been insane.
It's Korean.
Oh, it's Korean. My bad. Maybe that would be interesting. I'll give that a look. Probably turn the Grammys, Oscars on
They
after
won
this.
Best Picture.
Best Picture, Parasite.
Mhm.
All right, congratulations, Korea. You guys just won Best Picture. You guys beat out some good stuff, man. I thought Joker was gonna come out and sneak some
He
awards.
won something.
Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor.
I didn't see. I saw him like making a speech.
That'd have been cool. But hey, check this out. Next week is the Crunchyroll Awards. It's on Saturday. I was originally so that Crunchyroll is going to be playing it on Twitch, on their official Twitch. If you guys want to watch it live, I was planning on hosting it, like my channel hosting their page, so you guys can watch it. But I'm not even going to be around to watch it myself live. So I don't know how I would host it if I'm not even going to be there. So if you guys want to go and check that out on Saturday, you can on Crunchyroll's official Twitch. If not, just wait until Sunday, and me and hopefully Elijah will give our takes on what they chose and how it compares to what we thought were going to win. Because I don't know if you guys recall that. You guys can go check this out. It's on the YouTube. When we did our voting for Crunchyroll, that was fun. That was a difficult episode, just because there are a lot of things I think I wanted to pick, but kind of swayed the other way. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. I'm excited to see what wins. I'm hoping Demon Slayer doesn't just clean out the awards. They'll definitely win like best art. I think is one of them. Animation is probably gonna go to Fate series. But I don't know. I feel like Carol and Tuesday are gonna win some things. I haven't really watched that, so I can't really give my take on it too much. Babylon might probably win best drama. A lot of people have been talking about that. I don't really like that so much. But I mean that's really it for today, guys.
Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yeah, you guys hear
Follow
that?
us on Twitch,
Yeah, follow us on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram.
Facebook.
All of the links are actually below. If you guys are watching this on Twitch, like if you're watching the replay on Twitch, I'm pretty sure you guys saw the labels below. I have the Facebook, the Instagram, and Facebook, Instagram. I don't know what else is on that Twitch. Yeah.
Oh.
No, my Twitch wouldn't be on my Twitch. They're already on Twitch.
Oh.
Twitch. But if you're watching on the phones, unfortunately, like if you're watching this on the phone, Twitch doesn't let people on the phone see panels, which is dumb because I don't even know why you would even have panels. Majority of people aren't watching Twitch on their computers; they're watching it on their phones. I mean, I watch Twitch on my computer, but I have like 40 different screens, so I can watch 28 different things. Math doesn't add up. Doesn't matter because I only have 3 screens. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I did the best I can. Hopefully, you guys still like me. But no worries. This was kind of last minute. I just didn't want to cancel it. I just still kind of wanted to put something out. So, hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. If not, too bad. You don't have another option. I'm just kidding. Don't look. There are tons of options.
Go to our YouTube page. You'll see all of our past podcasts.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut these out on YouTube so it looks like it was my idea. So I'll do this. Make sure you guys check out our YouTube channel. It has all of our past episodes on it. You guys can go back and rewatch those. I always recommend people to watch that Crunchyroll episode. I feel like that was one of our best episodes, just because we were able to talk about everything that happened last year. As we're voting, we talked about pretty much every anime that was on there. Check out our Instagram. I try to post as much as possible, but I do work full time, and my current work site doesn't have the greatest reception, and also like I have to work, so I can't really post as much as I can. But I do try to post as much as I can when something cool pops up. I don't do memes or anything like that. I try to do like reviews, or if it's like a cool moment in the show, I'll try to screen grab it, throw it up there so you guys can see it. Or if I design something cool, I'll throw it up too. You know what? I think I am gonna release the stuff today. So no one's really watching it now.
Drum roll. Insert drum roll.
Insert
here.
drum roll. Drum roll. All right, so guys, I'm releasing merch finally for NWA. The links will be in the description if you're watching on YouTube.
Woo, how do I order 20 of them?
You said you want to order 20 shirts? Easily. So they are going to be ran through our TeePublic site. I would like to be able to produce the shirts myself and have them on hand to ship to you guys, or if it's anybody I know personally, to hand them to you. But unfortunately, the circumstances I'm in currently, I can't afford the risk of holding all these shirts in my house and waiting for people. So TeePublic is cool because it's actually cheaper than what I would have been charging you guys anyway. The shirts are just going to be $20 each. Head to TeePublic. The link will be in the description. It will be on this Twitch page for next week. I didn't get a chance to throw it on there. I'll post it on everything: Instagram, Facebook. I'll put it on the YouTube description. It'll be on Twitch next week, like I said. Guys, check it out. There's some cool shirts on there. I have some custom designs I'm doing. I do want to show off 2 designs, though, if I can. I'm not going to show it. You guys can go look at them yourself. They're great. I put a lot of work into it. If you guys like them, great. If you have any ideas, too, for shirts, let me know. I'll make them. I don't know why you would let me know and you not just make them yourself. But anyway, guys, per usual, my outro is taking 40 minutes. So, guys, thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you, guys, for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Peace up. And every way down, baby.
This world shall know pain.